but I just couldn't get into them. They're not my style, I guess,
Yeah.
and they're really difficult. And
Yeah.
then after that, I played Curse of Darkness on the Xbox, which is like a hack and slash RPG, and I love that too. Like I didn't care that the levels made no sense and the music was crazy, but I
Curse
just
of
loved seeing the
Darkness was
numbers
really.
rise. It was
It,
really cool.
the 3D Castlevania games weren't bad. It's just
It's just
for
that you
me
have all these
personally, they
2D
weren't to the
fanboys
caliber
of the
of.
old ones that are like going crazy about them.
Well, let's be honest. The guy who's making the new Castlevania, Hideo Kojima, he made Metal Gear. I'm pretty sure it's in good hands.
I mean, the series could not be in better hands, being at all affiliated with Kojima-san.
Yeah, true.
Because I mean, if anybody can make sure the series gets the treatment it deserves, it's him.
Seriously,
Mhm.
he's probably not my favorite. I mean,
Yeah. As for my like expectations of the new one, well, at first I'm like, cool, another Castlevania game. And then what originally got my attention was that I don't know if you guys watched the TV show, but if you've ever watched Stargate Universe or seen the movie 28 Weeks Later, I forget the actor's
I watched days
no,
later, not weeks later.
Robert Carlyle. He played the dad in
Yes,
28 Weeks,
know that actor.
and he's one of the characters
He's an
in
English actor. I think
Universe.
he's English or he's Scottish.
Yeah, he's Scottish, and he's voicing Gabriel Belmont, and I'm like, that's cool. And then
That's
I found
cool.
out Patrick
But
Stewart.
let's never talk about.
He played Hitler in one of the. They did like a documentary / drama about Hitler, and he played Hitler. It was really cool.
Let's never talk about 28 Weeks Later again. By the way,
Okay.
that was the worst fucking zombie movie I've seen in my life.
Dead Space 2.
All right, okay, not movies.
Okay,
But
just
anyway.
throwing that out there. Anyways,
Yeah.
okay, now
That got my interest in the game, and then I started watching it, and at the E3 2010, when they showed the 4-minute story trailer, I heard the music and was like, oh, this sounds really cool. And then I
Castlevania
realized the
series.
plot is just a love story, but I don't care. I like cliche if it's pulled off right, and I'm really looking forward to this game's story. And then I watched a 15-minute demo, and I thought it looked great. I'm buying it. I have it pre-ordered, and I got a free T-shirt. I really want to play it, and I hope it becomes one of my favorite games ever. Because, I mean, the cinematics and the sound just tell me
the
that the game is
Castlevania
going to be...
series always has like phenomenal music. Like every single game, at least.
That's a kind of
Like one in particular. It's a track called "An Empty Tome" from Castlevania: Order of Ecclesia. Literally, when you get to that song in the game, the area it introduces, it's just absolutely amazing. It's like you're on your mission. You've lost everything. You know what you got to do, and then this music just starts coming in, and it's like, okay, let's fucking
and
do
you're
this.
just like, nothing can stop me, right?
Exactly. Well, it's like they have always had a very good use of music in the series, and yeah.
Well, slightly moving on. What do we think of the new Devil May Cry? We briefly discussed it before we recorded, and
Okay, I think since I'm the biggest Devil May Cry fanatic here, I think I'll start off.
like Devil May.
I saw the DMC reboot trailer, and at first my reaction was like, this is a really early April Fool's joke, right? What the hell is this?
A lot of people.
I don't like Dante's new look. I don't like his black hair. I don't like the idea that his hair is white in the back, and by the end of the game, it'll be all white. Because, I mean, he states numerous times that he had powers as a kid, blah, blah, blah. I guess this can be a second prequel, but I'm just not liking the way he looks or his voice.
First as such. You remember that. Don't relate it to what you know of the story of the first era.
Okay, here's one solid thing that I'm sure a lot of people are going to agree on. It's being made by Ninja Theory, and if you don't know who they are, they did Heavenly Sword, which was not a very good game, and they're also doing Enslaved, Odyssey to the West, which is a better game. I played the demo, but there are still things to nitpick that I don't like about it, and I just don't like the idea of the guys behind those games handling one of my favorite series ever. It scares me.
Another thing we can all agree upon: the voice actor they have in the trailer, fucking shit compared to the. I'm sorry, the voice actor they had for Devil May Cry 3 and 4, the absolute perfect Dante. He had just the right amount of cockiness in his voice. Because Dante, he's just a cocky motherfucker. Like, there's
I
just
don't like Dante. I mean, he's not. They make him so you don't like him. I think with his. I mean,
I loved him.
It's one of those
I don't know what you're talking about. Not liking
Yeah,
him.
I don't know, Jack.
I don't.
Fucking badass. It's just arrogance. There's something to love about it. It's like
the annoyed with Devil May Cry when everyone was raving about it, and this is like, when the first one came out, everyone was raving about it. So I thought, okay, I've got to try this fucking game. So I go ahead and get it, and I'm expecting like I hear the name Devil May Cry. The first things that come up in my head is like fucking demons and like all this epicness and like gargoyles and gothic and all this kind of shit. And
You definitely off
my first fucking enemies are like puppets, string, and
marionettes
like
with blades.
you know,
It's still kind of
it's just
sketchy,
like,
dude.
it's just like what
Eh,
is this shit? And then I
see,
fucking
I
spider.
heard you talk about that before, but I mean, well, go on
And
before I.
I'm just like, what is this? This is not what I expected. And I think, to be honest, that put a bad taste in my mouth. So I gave it another shot with Devil May Cry 4, and I think it was better. I mean, it had more kind of a badass look to it. And I've also got Devil May Cry 3 on PS2, which I think is pretty cool. But a series like that, I'd rather it be kind of like, for want of a better word, more serious, I guess. I don't know. Like, I don't like the humor in it, I guess, would be my thing. Like, yeah, he's a
See, Devil May Cry and Dante is one of those characters like Devil May Cry 3 is the perfect example. He starts off really cocky and really I don't care, but by the end of the game, the music and the mood changes and he becomes really serious.
it doesn't.
It's one of those games that has a
It's a thing.
mood changer.
I want fucking demons and like hellspawn, not fucking snakes and ladders. Well, not snakes and ladders.
Eh,
Snakes and fucking like spiders.
well, I see where you're coming from, where your expected demons aren't marionettes and
Right.
reapers, but I really liked the gothic way the first game looked, and in a way, the first game ditched its creepiness for the others, and I think that makes the first one more special. But at the same time, they all still feel Devil May Cry.
Yeah, I don't like the whole over the top thing. I guess I don't know. I like it in some games.
I'll talk about over the top. Play Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
true.
god, but it's so good.
Music
Like
in that
I don't know,
is similar.
Bayonetta just feels like of actual like not an evolution, but it seems like the next step forward in the Devil May Cry
Like
style
if Dante
gameplay.
had a girlfriend,
I would
Like
love to
his
see a
mom.
Bayonetta Devil May Cry like crossover game. Like
oh yeah, there's all kinds of fan art of them together.
I don't care about fan art. I want a fucking game. Fuck that stupid shit. I
Oh
want to
yeah,
actually.
well,
It's
agreed.
just the way Bayonetta plays compared. Like it feels like what the next step forward for Devil May Cry style. Like how you can control each hand and just the way the shooting works and the way equipping weapons and just the overall just insanity the game
Yep.
has. Just it feels like just where things should be going.
I'm gonna get Bayonetta
But
and
unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be.
Yeah, exactly. Instead, we're getting an emo-looking Dante.
What about
Yeah, a lot of people
Wait,
are going to
what are
be
they
like,
gonna have,
"Oh, he looks like Twilight."
What are you gonna? What is he when he gets sad? Is he gonna take his giant sword and start cutting his wrists?
I wish.
But it like extends out too, so it'll wrap around both wrists, and he can cut them both with one movement.
I don't know. This Dante seems to be just a punk who smokes and drinks, and yeah, he is a punk.
Yeah,
but
that's
the
the
Dante
thing.
we know, he
Dante, we
doesn't
know
do those things.
Like he eats pizza while beating the shit out of things.
Yeah, that's
Like he
his
eats
kind of style.
pizza while doing it, for Christ's sakes. Like Devil May Cry 3. That sick ass beginning. He's fighting things with a fucking blade wedged into his arm that one of the monsters put there. He's fighting with
Yeah,
that
that
while
is
eating a fucking pizza. And then
that is by far one of the best
Oh.
action game openings.
Like that opening cinema in Devil May Cry 3 just completely just
Meh.
right there. That is Dante.
Sorry. This is not.
It's just not your style,
not a big-
Jack.
I'm not a big hack and slash man, I guess. But that being said, what other stuff is there in 2011? Silent Hill 8.
Wait, Vanquish. We're doing Vanquish still in 2010.
What's Vanquish? I mean, I heard a bit about it, but I didn't really looked into it, to be honest.
It's
All right, what do you know, Nick?
to end all third-person shooters. That would be the way out. Maybe not to end it.
Isn't it the really
But
weird, futuristic kind of looking one?
Yes, it
All right,
looks
here.
like
Let me explain it for people. Well, Shinji Mikami, the guy who made the Resident Evil series, he went to Sega, and he's making this game. This is his new game, and it's basically a futuristic space shooter where your dude looks like Master Chief and Isaac Clarke, and he sounds like Snake. He's really cool in the demo. I really liked him, and
Demo already?
the game has no. Yeah, there's a demo. It's really good. I've played it like 20 times, and it's he said the game's going to be 10 hours long. It's no multiplayer, but it's basically a super science fiction third-person shooter, and it's really fun. Like, just holding L2, you turn on boosters, and your dude does a rock star slide around the ground, and then he jumps and flips all stylistically over cover, and there's these QTEs where you're grabbing missiles and throwing them at giant machines.
What is this?
It looks really cool.
Literally, you got to think about this. This is the guy who's behind Devil May Cry, fucking Resident Evil, all these beautiful,
I don't
all
know
these
if Hideki
amazing
Kamiya is
games.
behind it.
No, I'm
I don't know
actually
if he's-
reading about Shinji Mikami. I just figured I'd look it up, and he contributed into Devil May Cry and shit too. So I mean,
True,
this is a
but
guy
if
who's
the guy
had
behind
his hand
Hideki
in.
Kamiya, if he was there, that'd be even better. Hideki
Oh my
Kamiya
God.
made Devil May Cry.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, like this guy who's been involved in so many amazing games, and he's now doing a third-person shooter that just looks absolutely. And also, just a little. I hate plugging this store, but I kind of like how they've been handling pre-orders. If you actually pre-ordered at GameStop, they give you 3 unique guns for the game, which I hate to say. I hate GameStop, but they've been making it hard to not do business there because they've been getting all
Yeah.
the good pre-order deals.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
Pre-order.
I mean, the only reason I'm buying Castlevania from them is because I got a T-shirt, and that's something I'm actually gonna fucking use.
That's what I hate
Yeah.
about pre-orders. Like some of the shit you won't even use. Like, okay, I pre-ordered Street Fighter 4. Give me like, it, I can't remember exactly. It was like a tiny little poster that like it was like an A4 piece of paper.
Yeah,
Really, I'd rather have like a T-shirt, like you said, where you can actually use it and wear it.
yeah.
And not feel embarrassed. Like Dead Space 2 Special Edition, you actually get a backpack that looks like the back of Isaac's suit with a rig, you know, like the light up bar. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that's cool, but I wouldn't want to wear that in public because people are gonna be, what the fuck is
It's
on your
like
back?
It's like the Resident Evil 5 Collector's Edition. It was like a fucking tri-cell bag.
Yeah, see, I was back when 5 came out. I'm like, oh my god, this game's so cool, and I bought the special edition, and the toy broke. I don't wear the necklace. I don't use the patch, and the bag. I think I gave it away. I wasted $20. All right.
Funny story. I actually bought that
It's-
collector's edition for $30 recently because I collect that shit, and I was like, okay, $30. What the hell? I'll do it. I did it mostly
And
for the
bonus
metal
DVD,
case.
Dude, the bonus DVD has nothing on it. It's one video about the music, and that's it.
I can fucking look that shit up on YouTube.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, see, you made a great point about that. Do not ever buy special editions for bonus DVDs, because like Jack said, it's all on YouTube and the next day.
If not the day before.
Exactly.
Where it's been leaked or something.
Hmm.
But
You want to know who does special editions right? Fucking Blizzard. Theirs are amazing. Like StarCraft 2.
and they do
I'm
make
just
some
saying.
limited quality as well. Quantity.
Yeah,
They have like
exactly.
6
they
games in all their history.
exactly. Like when they make a collector's edition,
And
they make
know
them
it's a-
actually
you know-
unique. Like they actually like you can show this off and go like, holy shit, that's cool. Like StarCraft 2 came with a collector's edition soundtrack, which had unique tracks to it. Obviously, you can download them, but still, kind of nice to have the CD. Came with an art book, which like what do you fucking do? A comic book, and DVD with all the cinematics on it, shit like that. I don't know. I just like how they like literally crammed as
You could
much
tell
shit
they
into there as
spent
humanly
time.
possible.
But and you think, like I said, you know it's going to be like a limited quantity. Like
Exactly,
I
too.
remember when they first announced that the Cataclysm special edition had like the mouse pad, which would actually look pretty cool. And all these.
I actually
big
pre-ordered it
and shit.
purely because of
Yeah,
that mouse
I
pad.
think it's
I
already
want
sold out
that
on
mouse
Amazon.
pad.
I think it's already sold out on Amazon. I'm like, what the fuck? Because my
Yeah.
fiance wants it. I'm like, well,
Yeah,
it's
I pre-ordered it the day they announced
too
it, and I got
ridiculous.
I got a guy at GameStop, so he's like, "Yeah, I'll make sure you get a copy. Don't worry."
I thought the God of War 3 special edition was pretty cool.
Yeah, like it was in
You know what?
Pandora.
I bought that too, but in the end, I realized it wasn't worth it either.
Right. So if it was
Eh.
a figure or something, I'd just put it on like a shelf, and it'd be like a display thing.
Well, didn't it
Let me
also
see
come
here.
with God of War 1 and 2 for PS3?
Yeah.
No,
Then
it-
here, I have it
oh,
sitting
it-
right next to me. Let me crack it open real quick, and I'll tell you what all it has. Yeah, it's sitting over here in a pile of cardboard boxes.
Speaking of like remakes, they said that Sony are going to be doing this whole HD remastering stuff. They're remastering Ico and Shadow of the Colossus and putting it on a DVD or Blu-ray, sorry, and doing it that way. And they're going to be doing the same with like Prince of Persia, Rainbow Six, and Splinter Cell.
The Prince of Persia and Splinter Cell ones I'm excited about.
Yeah,
I
think it's
have no interest in Ico, and Shadow of the Colossus looks fun, but
just like
I
Shadow of the
just-
Colossus, they make the frame rate like stable. It's only
But- Ico was fucking shit in my opinion. I don't understand why it's this big
Never
artistic
played it. I
achievement.
can't get hold of it. It's fucking.
It really just was not
Like,
fun.
You know what?